2 of the cycles of 9-day cycle. And before you ask, before you wonder, I washed this hoodie. So this morning, I literally just woke up out of a panic. I was dreaming that I was having this dream where I was like in a school setting and we were having to say something in the class, write it in cursive, or just like say something that we wrote in a warm-up activity. I don't really know. Teacher wouldn't let me go use the bathroom. She was like, you gotta pay like $1.50. I'm like, $1.50? She's like, you only get $3. I'm like, what? So I was getting hot. Like, I'm like, this is stupid. So I say, never mind. I just remember having to pee. And then I went to the back of the class, talked to some people I knew back there, and they were like complimenting me, complimenting whatever, and I was giving the teacher an attitude. I ain't gonna lie. Like, she was pissing me off. I can't go use the bathroom. It really felt like I was there. And then I just woke up. Like, I just woke up out of my sleep because it got hella hot in here. Like, I think my body got overheated. So, and typically, like, the clouds, the sun don't be out just yet, cloudy. I thought I woke up hecka late. I wanted to wake up at 6. It's a library. But I woke up at like 9:40 something. The library don't open till 10, so I'm good. Alright, that's out the way. I hope because I woke up like that, I didn't set the tone for my day. So I just wanted to take some time to I'm gonna breathe after I do this little thing. Calm down my nervous system. I really just startled myself out of my sleep. Fuck. But alright, what's on the agenda for today? Today is a 2-day, right? So we got multiplicity. Like I said, in the cycles of 9, you can end up on the honorable, don't do this to me, brain. Honorable and favorable situations. Honorable and unfavorable situations. Wait, it's like this and then, yeah. Would it have been easier to, no, okay. And then we got the honorable, unfavorable. No. It's the dishonorable and favorable, and then dishonorable, unfavorable. So as we all know, I like to stay in the honorable, favorable situations because why would I want to dishonor myself? I mean, I can still get favorable situations. But I like to call that like, I like to like only be there if I'm learning something that I haven't grasped yet and the universe is like doing easy on me. So I'm in that learning curve. But whatever. So we can get a number of situations to place us on a different part of the scales. I like to remain here. I do. Just be honorable and I get favorable situations. So today I'm gonna keep my head on the swivel, watch out for these situations. Not too hard though, because I can get lost in translation. And continuously honor myself for the whole day. But I'm still thinking about that dream. I really just, where like, my adrenaline is probably high. It's not what I wanted this morning. So I'm gonna get ready. The library was holding like open orientations, like I said last night. So I'm gonna get ready to get dressed, go to that, and then do my vision board today, or at least start on it. And then I feel like there's something else I need to do. Let me think. I need to call and make a schedule, like appointments for like the doctors and stuff. It's not a doctor, but specialty doctors. I've been procrastinating on doing that. I'm not gonna hold you. So today's the day. My ear hurts. Ugh. My ear hurts. My hand hurts. It's like it's starting to hurt. All like here. I don't know. I do know about the solution for how I fucking I rub it, I stretch it. I need to stretch. That's the first thing I'm gonna do is stretch. And yeah, let's just see what the day takes me. I don't really have any like things I need to get done today. Outside like the orientation thing because it's today. Let me try to reset my nervous system and adrenaline. And today's gonna be a great day. All right. Let me talk to you while I stretch. I was having a few thoughts last night about like just some different topics I may want to speak on. Ooh. One is about the multiplicity. So I was thinking about like just how like that works. So I think of like one day like a meter, like you find yourself and then you find a point. Yesterday I found my point. And then from that it expands this way. And then that's how you get the little graph. So I wish I can expand what's playing in my head out into like animation. I'm gonna learn how to do animation just for that reason. And then too, I y'all don't know where should I say it? Sure, go ahead. Two, it was this one question that popped up in my head. I asked myself last night: am I fixing, or am I becoming indifferent and just feeling no way towards it? Therefore, not caring about it. And I don't know. I asked my subconscious that, and I hope it gives me an answer, or I know it's gonna give me an answer. But I would like to think that I'm moving towards fixing and stop feeling indifferent towards things, and thus like stop caring about it. Thus stop not doing nothing about it. To make sense. Care a little bit more than what I typically do. I had to dissect my dream because I tried to dissect my dreams and I haven't. I could, and it's subjective because everybody's symbols mean something different to them, and dreams are just a bunch of symbols put together, making a stop motion picture with my ankle. I'm about to sit and think on that one. But the first one I can think of was when I got mad at the teacher telling me no. That's my dislike for authority. But me just not going ahead and just going to the bathroom like a normal person would, like, fuck what you're talking about, I'm going to the bathroom, and just sitting there and being mad about it. I can see that as like me disliking authority, but feeling like I'm powerless, so I just have to go ahead and listen. And if that's true, then I like tell myself I'm not powerless against authority figures. Them niggas is humans just like me. And the only power really that's over me is the power of the universe, the power of the law. That's not to say I'm about to go act morally corrupt and just stop listening to people and just acting the ass just for the sake of acting the ass. But if I'm in a classroom setting and someone's telling me I can't go to the bathroom and I need to go to the bathroom, I'm finna go take care of my business. Never mind what you're saying. Or I'm just gonna piss on you. But this piss gotta come out. So I like to dissect my dreams like that, like bit by bit, piece by piece. Sometimes I don't always know what they're talking about because I'm like, I don't even know what this would mean. But behind again. Should I keep going? Sure. I'm gonna end this little segment off of this guy keep yawning, so obviously someone want me to keep that to myself. But the part with the cursive, like, I don't know why my dream had me in a classroom setting talking about cursive to my fellow classmates. I probably have to sit and think on that one. That's probably something like has nothing to do with cursive, but it's something to do with just like the overall theme. I was watching this video and this guy was saying like dreams are like pictures that can express 1,000 words. So it probably what it probably means, like pertaining to me, it probably has nothing to do with cursive or the classroom setting. But I'm gonna sit and ponder on it because I like dissecting them. Okay, I'm about to continue to keep stretching. The whole time they were closed. Like somebody answered the phone to tell me this, but there was not even an Can I prop my phone up? There we go. There was not even an orientation being held today. So if I would have got up early and went there and found this, I would have been pissed. So I'm not even mad no more that I woke up late. I called to see what's going on. Their next one is not even till next month. So we will worry about that next month. I want to share a cool story. Last cycle, I think it was on day 7. I was anxious, very anxious. Just about like, what am I gonna do? Like, money running low. What am I gonna do? And typically I don't trip, but right when I get up to that point where it's getting real low, I can't really help myself, even though in the back of my brain I'm saying don't trip. So I took myself out to eat, like one should, and my bill came back to the total was $7.70 eat, like one should, and my bill came back to the total was $7.17. I added up those numbers, as I do with every number that I see that I get an inspiration to add up. 1 plus 7, 1 plus 1, 7 plus 1 plus 7 equals 7, or 16 reduced it down 7. And 7 is rest, but the intuitive message I got was rest your mind. Stop worrying. You need to rest your mind. And then I was on the bus that same day going downtown. What happened? No, I had a dream. I had a dream before I got on the bus to go downtown. And my dream was I was running. I ran from the next city over back home. I was running home. And as I was dissecting that dream, I was letting the downloads come and like help me out dissect that. And I just got the message, you need to slow down. You need to slow your mind, basically. You need to stop worrying. And it was still on the 7-day of rest. Like, you need to stop worrying. So I've been trying to embody that since that day. Just relax and don't worry. Don't trip about shit. So that's what I've been trying not to. And especially when it comes to like money and stuff and finance, because I've always been taken care of. Always been taken care of. So saying this now for today, I woke up in a panic, almost like, oh my God, am I late? And whole time it wasn't going on today. I'm going to just relax my mind about anything, everything. I'm just gonna relax. So I just want to come and share that. Continue to keep stretching. I know I said that the last, but I had to call them and see what was going on, see if it was even worth me coming up there. I'm feeling I want to get on my skates today, but tomorrow and Thursday I'm gonna be on my skates. It's gonna be so much fun. Wednesday I'm supposed to be going on another long distance skate. Sunday, the whole group skated from Richmond to Oakland, but I met up with them in Emeryville, skated from Emeryville to Oakland. So much fun. What? That was a lot of fun. And I met like a lot of people. And yeah, I'm starting to find out that my friend group or ideal age range I like to be around is older people. Because everybody I could connected with, they're like in their 30s, late 20s. Here I am, 23. Everyone's like, you're 23? I'm like, yeah. Usually I get like, oh, you're 15. I was like, I don't see that, but okay. I wrote, it's usually be the older men saying that too. So I'm like, why are you saying that to me, sir? Stop while you're ahead. Okay. But anyway, that rollout skate, so much fun. They're doing something similar tomorrow. And then you got Panther skate, which is like a dance party skate. You got a dance party skate tomorrow too. So it's just a lot of skate events, and I found my little community. I'm so excited. What was I gonna say after? I'm thinking about hitting the skates today. I don't know. Now I need to do that vision board. Need to do the 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 vision board. I want to see, but I might go see if the library has free magazines, because that will help me out too. So I'm gonna go check them out. I might still hop on my skates. I might not. I don't know. We'll see where the wind blows and takes me. So yeah. I ain't gonna lie, this helicopter has been circling around my neighborhood for the past 20, 30 minutes. I'm about to shoot the motherfucker down myself. Fuck, bro. Like, that shit is hella irritating because it's disrupting it. One, is disrupting everything. That bitch is loud as fuck, and I'm about to get irritated. I can see that the energy that started off this morning is gonna be like, just fucking sporadic and in your face. Like, bro, the motherfuckers just going around circles. At this point, I don't even think they're looking for nobody. I think they're just going around in circles for funsies. Like, that shit is mad irritating. And it's like, okay, Lamar, we'll go in the house. No! I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna have to sit and take it. Oh, that's hella irritating. I hope today's not an irritating ass day, but it's kind of starting off that way. But we're not gonna let it go that way. I know you can hear that motherfucker. Just loud as fuck, going around in circles. Instead of throwing a tantrum, I'm about to just get dressed and go to the library. The moment I say I'm about to just get up and I'm gonna just leave, they left. That's the shit I be talking about, bruh. That's the shit. They're not even looking for nobody. They're just disrupting the atmosphere, make people irritated, I swear. They left. The moment I said, okay, I'm gonna just get up and I'm gonna just go. Cause y'all, like, instead of sitting here getting irritated, cause y'all motherfuckers is disrupting the atmosphere, I'm gonna just go. They left. Now I'm like, okay, they left now. Do I stay here? Do I still go to the library? Like, the problem kind of left. I think I'm gonna still get up and I'm gonna go and get out the house. I'm gonna just go. Cause why not? Why not? Them niggas did not leave. They're still. That's my cue. I'm back from the library. I did end up going. I had a good time too. I didn't finish my vision board all the way, but we got to a good point and I was able to do like 3D. I was doing origami up in there. I was doing I was letting my mind run free. I'm just like, all right, we'll do this. Okay, well, why not? Wasn't thinking about how it should look. Wasn't thinking about nothing, really. I was just doing. And then, y'all can't even see that. The lady was doing henna at the library. So I got some henna done, but it don't even really show up. It don't even really show up on my hand. It was free, so I'm not really tripping. Went to the eye doctor. I do not know how to pronounce the word for eye doctor. Went in person. Was able to schedule an appointment. Got it for tomorrow. So we love that. I want to say something. I'm a little scared to say it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm gonna give a disclaimer. I'm sorry to the people who know me in real life. I don't think I do well with other people's emotions. I don't think I do well. As empathetic as I can be and come off, other people's emotions, especially if they're really heavy at a intense rate, or at a just at an intense rate, at a consistent rate, it's too much for me. I used to be very good at holding that discomfort down, where I would be a really good listener. I would sit and listen to somebody talk. I used to be able to sit and listen to somebody talk for hours. I mean, they dominate the conversation, and that's that. And then also, if I'm looking back on my life and stuff, I used to have really big emotions that I didn't know how to handle, and I used to be that person to sit and dominate the conversation and just put my heavy emotions on other people. And a lot of times people wouldn't know how to interact with me, so they kind of just sit there and listen, but they wouldn't really know what to say to console me. And I used to look for somebody to console me. Even with my parents, they didn't really know how to interact with me when I was in my heavy emotions. It was just kind of awkward all around. Like my emotions created awkwardness, so I learned how to deal with them by myself without anybody else's help. Once I stopped going to therapy consistently, I learned how to give myself what it is I need to make myself feel better. So I kind of stopped relying on outside sources to do that for me. That's not to say I never need an outside source. Sometimes I need to go to other people and chit chat. But with that being said, I think I lost the art. I think I lost how, I think words. I think I forgot how to do what I used to do, or that mask came off now. So now it's I don't really know how to be there for somebody who's going through something for extended period of time. It's levels to it. After a certain period of time of me being there, I don't really know what else to do for the person, especially if I can't do nothing personally. So it becomes awkward for me, and it becomes awkward and overstimulating, and I kind of I don't know what to do. So I kind of just I feel like I've turned into that other person who's on the receiving end of my emotions. And I think because growing up, I didn't really get a model example of how to deal with emotions. I learned how to deal with emotions. I don't really know how to deal with other people's emotions because I only know how to cater to mine. I think I do a good job at what I'm doing now, but when I get overstimulated, it's I need to distance myself from humanity. Where it's okay, I can't do other people's energy right now. This is a lot. But sometimes it can be abrupt and just suddenly, and sometimes people don't really know how to take that change so abruptly, and I don't really know how to forewarn someone about that change abruptly so suddenly. So I'm noticing that today, and just heavy emotions consistently, it makes me want to crawl out of my skin because I've gotten used to finding the silver lining for all my situations, so I can stay in this upbeat mood and just alchemize my energy. I've learned how to stop doing that for a first response because I don't need to do that as a first response all the time. Sometimes I need to feel it to understand what it's trying to say to me. Sometimes I need to alchemize and transmute it. Sometimes I need to feel it, then alchemize it, transmute it. Ever since I started like really navigating myself, I don't be wanting to navigate other people. I'm wondering, is that normal for a 23-year-old, or is that a problem? Will I ever get out of this like state of mind? I used to navigate other people pretty well, but I used to do it at the expense of myself. So now that I've flipped that around, I don't be wanting to navigate other people, or I don't be wanting to like fix people no more, or like fix people's problems. I was watching a video once where it was like Carl Jung's, not interpretation, but like his viewpoint on empaths and stuff like that. And he was like, empaths need to get to a point where they can say and sit with people, but also say like, I will sit with you, but I'm not gonna bleed for you. He didn't say that exactly. He said something like that. But I took that as like, I will sit there with you in this discomfort stuff, but I'm not gonna take that on and like make it mine and like come up with an answer for you to feel better. Like, you're gonna have to do that internal work yourself. And I be feeling hella bad. I be feeling so bad. I be feeling like I'm a narcissist. I be feeling like self-centered. I be feeling like all these labels. I be feeling bad as fuck because I'm like, that sounds fucked up coming out my mouth, but at the same time, I can't take on your emotions because that's a lot. That's a lot. I feel like my threshold has for other people's stimulus has gone down a bit because I used to just be taking it. I used to just take it, and I used to just let people dump their shit on me like for free. And like now I got to a point where it's like, we're not gonna do that. And like when it's time to distance myself from humanity, I do. And also in the Carl Jung video, he was talking about people, empaths people can feel not only other people's emotions, but the undercurrents of like the collective emotions. So I live in a house full of people, right? I'm always feeling their energy, whether they're expressing it or not. That's another reason why I'm outside. I've always been in a house full of people I'm having like a conversation in here and also having a conversation with my phone. Like, that's why my brain be tripping up sometimes. I've always lived in a house full of people, so I've always felt other people's emotions, the emotions of the house, the emotions of individually, and like just the undercurrents of like the people around us. A lot of people in my life have felt doom and gloom. Since I've started to do that inner work, I've moved away from that. And like now when other people have like anxiety or doom and gloom or like just unfortunate situations, it's overstimulating because I'm trying to like, I used to feel that so for like every day for so long. Now that I don't feel that anymore, or I'm not in that state, I'm not depressed anymore like every day. When I do get back into the energy, it's just like, ooh, I don't want to be here. Like, this is not what I'm wanting to feel right now. But you don't say that to somebody who's, going through something like that. You don't make it about yourself. You listen to them and like just hear them out, give them that space to talk, give them that space to like, express themselves. and be that listening ear, or at least that's what I believe. But I'm at a crossroads with that, what I believe and what I don't really want to feel anymore. And then also, I don't want to come off like narcissist, self-centered asshole. Like, I truly want to be there for somebody, but also at the same time, these feelings are overstimulating. And, I probably should call up my therapist and be like, hey, let's make an appointment, because, like, I'm genuinely at a crossroads. I said I wanted to be raw and real, so this is what it is right now. I feel like all I can do right now is be honest about where I'm at. If I have the capacity to, like, take on that, then, like, express that. If I don't, express that, and that's all I can do. I don't go out of my way. Like, this is how I feel on the inside. On the outside, no, I do show up, and I do be that person that people can come talk to and listen to, and people, whether I consent to it or not, they tell me their problems, but I offer feedback, and, like, feedback that can actually, what's the word for that? Feedback that they can actually find useful. So useful feedback. I feel like this is how I secretly feel. So I don't go out my way being an asshole and be like, I don't listen to your problems right now. I don't do that. Sometimes I can be a little bit too caring, a little bit too nurturing, a little bit too mothery. And what I'm doing here right now is, like, admitting to, like, it's overstimulating being that person. It's overstimulating taking on, like, everyone else's emotions. It's overstimulating dealing with my own, dealing with the house, dealing with family, dealing with the people I call family, outside family, and just dealing with everyday life, dealing with tasks, dealing with, where am I going, dealing with shit. Like, it's overstimulating as fuck. And then also, like, I be feeling bad because I feel this way, but then I also express, like, my anxieties and my things I'm going through to the people that come to me. And I be feeling like that's a bit unfair, because it's like, Lamaya, well, you feel this way. How do you know that they don't feel that way? Don't be a burden to other people. Don't make them feel how you secretly feeling. This is all inner dialogue, by the way. And it's just like, ugh. I know that I'm grown, and I know that I'm in control of my life, but I can't ignore that a lot of my habits do come from childhood. And I believe that this is all stemming from, I did not have a model on how to deal with emotions, how to set boundaries, how to navigate other people's emotions, and how to say, I can't right now, and how to not think of yourself as a burden. And so now I'm navigating all this at 23. And, like, just my early 20s navigating all this. It's confusing as fuck, because it's just like, ooh, do I do this? Do I not? Like, do I say this? Do I not? Are they still going to fuck with me if I speak my truth? And then it doesn't matter if they fuck with me. As long as I speak my truth, that's all that matters, is I fuck with me. And it's just like that mind fuck in itself. I know I'm rambling, but just let me ramble. Fuck. And so today is really about crossroads. I can see, like, that's the theme of today, is fucking crossroads. What are you gonna do, Amaya? I have to continue to keep speaking my truth. If relationships end when I do speak my truth, then the foundation was weak to begin with. But if my relationships don't end and they just grow deeper, then the foundation is solid and I can continue to keep speaking my truth, but nevertheless keep speaking my truth and how I feel today. Because how I feel changes every day. And that's generous. How I feel really does change every hour. And if you want to keep it more real, every moment. You know, I'm a jack in the box. You don't know what you're going to get. I feel like when these abrupt emotions come, or like just something triggers a whole new like Lamaya, to where it's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna like completely derail the program we've been on. I be feeling bad, but at the same time I cannot fake like I'm not feeling this way. I used to be a good faker. I used to be really good at hiding my emotions and just being that pleasant person and just like going with the flow and going with what everybody else wanted to do. I used to be really, really good at that. And I think that's what's mind-boggling me right now, is because I'm not doing that no more, but I was never supposed to do that. I was never supposed to do that. So yeah, I'm just wrap that up here. Crossroads is the theme of now. And I have to continue to keep walking with myself, believing that I can do the right thing, and keep my light shining even amongst confusion, because I do not want to let this energy cause doubt within myself. And no, we're not going to do that. We're going to take one more look at this very beautiful vision board. Look at the 3D aspects. I'm so proud. Like, I really did that. I can't tell you the last time I did some arts and crafts. And typically, like, on here, I said stop being a perfectionist. And I literally did. I just placed it at random places, was folding it random ways. Ideas came into my head. I said, okay, well, we're doing that. And I'm like, okay, well, we're doing that. Go for it. And, like, I just felt so free. I felt so, like, I felt like a kid again, because I used to be so, like, I used to be that kid where it's, like, so many different options on how I can do one thing, so many different ways on how I can do it. I don't know, like, and I get and then I get myself anxious, and then I just don't do nothing, and it's like I don't get nothing complete. I feel like I'm reparenting myself, and it's like I'm getting a second chance at being a kid again, because like anxiety really took over my my later childhood, and it kind of it held me. I didn't really get to like be creative like that, because I was just so paralyzed by anxiety. Fuck anxiety. People be thinking that shit is just like nothing, where it's just like it is all in the head, but like that bitch is like, fuck. Anxiety really like take over your whole life and just fuck you over. And it's not as simple as just calming down. Like, you really gotta rewire your whole brain to like think normally, or just think creatively. Like, the fucking fear that comes with anxiety is not it. Damn, I was talking for 20 minutes. It's all good. It's all good. All right. I'm gonna say today could have been a really irritating one had I allowed it to be, but it wasn't, and I didn't allow it. I just woke up from a nap, but I got woken up like a cool 3 times from just extremely loud noises. Today was the day for extremely loud noises, obnoxious noises. So I'm talking about explosives. It started with the helicopter. Then now it was the fireworks. Then it was the dogs. Then it was people on their motorcycles just being hella obnoxious. And I'm like, bro, I've come really far. Because that shit would have irritated the fuck out of me. But it didn't. So, shout out to me. Hey, if anybody, and I mean anybody, can find a dupe or this same exact perfume anywhere. This is Bombshell Beach from Victoria's Secret. I got it in 2020. Either 2020 or 2021. I think it was 2021. And it was a limited edition. I just finished it this year. I'm so sick. I love this perfume. So sick. I absolutely love this perfume, bro. And I'm sick that it's gone. I got anyway. So yeah, just woke up from my nap. I don't really have nothing else planned for the day. I did my vision board. I'm gonna go back tomorrow and finish it because, like I said, a piece fell off and I didn't finish it. It's still more words to be added. I'm gonna continue with my book. I did start on my laundry from yesterday. There's another stickler in my pants. That's not fun. I'm most likely gonna finish that tonight because it's not that much. I'm just avoiding it. What else I need to do? I've been eating on my pasta all day, so I'm not really that hungry. Tomorrow, I'm gonna check inside that water. It was supposed to taste like that. Wow, okay. Tomorrow, 3-day harmonious. So, looking forward to that tomorrow. I don't want to go too far into the future because I want to stay in this present moment. But I'm excited for tomorrow because at some points of today, I was able to schedule my eye doctor and my dentist appointment. So eye doctor's tomorrow. I get to skate with the crew tomorrow. I'm so excited. And then do the vision board. And even if I don't do the vision board tomorrow, it's alright. Can you see the henna now? You can kind of see it now. You can kind of see it now. I ain't gonna lie. That lady had an attitude. But I didn't take it personal. Because I was at the children's library and she was working with a lot of kids. But like, I didn't even really want it right here, but when she like was talking to me, the energy coming off her threw me off. So I'm like, I kind of just picked what I got and just was like, all right, well, shit, come on. But like, I want to learn when I'm thrown off by other people's energy to like not be affected by that. I'd be wondering, am I wanting myself to become a robot? Because emotions really do make me uncomfortable. Those are some things I wonder. Cause like I don't want to be affected by emotions at all. I want to like, I guess my ideal self would be, I'm presented with a negative emotion and I feel nothing, and I move how I would, I move how I would had I been presented with a joyful emotion or just everyday situation. Like, it just doesn't move me. It's like, oh, okay. I feel indifferent to negative emotions. That's very robotic. Gotta do an inventory check on now. Wow. But I think I handled that situation pretty well. Like, I didn't take it personal because I'm like, okay, well, maybe she just, because I was the only adult in there. I don't really look like adult. Like I just like a teenager. But yeah, I didn't take it personal. But I wish I got it like right here or something. I got it right here. It was free, so I'm not tripping. Do I have any? I didn't even check the time. I do not know what time it is. Let me see if I can check it real quick. My phone's locked. Of course it is. I don't even know the time, but I don't want to do closing statements just yet, but I will think of some. So when the nighttime falls, do another video, close it out. Today was chaotic, but I didn't let it deter what was going on in here. Like with that helicopter shit, that shit was hella irritating, I ain't gonna lie. Oh my god, bro. Let me talk about this. Moving from the city to the country, like rural, and then moving back to the city, I do not recommend that. My nervous system is over fucking stimulated, and the wind agrees. And it's like it's like I was already overstimulated before I left. I've been overstimulated all my damn life, but it's a different type of overstimulation. Like I grew up in this. I was born into this, so I didn't know nothing else. And then I went to the country and found stillness, quietness, nothing, like silence, true silence, no light pollution. I'm not in the city. And then I come back here and I'm bombarded with sounds, I'm bombarded with light, I'm bombarded just with energy. I'm like, whoa. I have been itching to get back to California the moment I left California, because I'm like, I want to go home. This is like, I don't like this. It's not California. Nothing's California. I miss California. Just on California's dick. And then I get back to California and I'm like, ooh, I see why I left. So I'm missing that stillness and quietness I experienced when I was living in the rural areas that I was living in. Because being bombarded with these sounds is not really like, I don't like it. Being bombarded with the helicopters, out of all the places I live, that's only an Oakland thing or California thing, inner city thing, I should say that. But the helicopters, the planes, the sounds, the smells, the closeness of people, the everything going on at once, it's like, yeah, I'll be able to reconnect with nature and like ask it to tell me everything's gonna be okay, because I'm just like, what is going on? But that's all I really want to say on that. Like, I'm just appreciating the rural areas that I used to live in, because it was quiet and it was still. What else? Today all about, what did I write down for today? Let me go get my little thing. I click it back on before it turns off on me. Okay. What did I write down here? The themes for today. I think 2. Oh, my notebook got wet. That's a bummer. I think 2 is one of those ones that I would like to explore more going forward. Because I don't really have, like, all the other ones I kind of went more in depth, but 2 is one of those ones where I kept it kind of surface. Like, so I wrote, when I was first developing this, I wrote duality, but I ended up changing that to multiplicity. And I put duality with 1. And I said light and shadows, perspective. And then when I was like going deeper into them, I just spoke on like the honor system part, but not necessarily like the theme of 2. So I think that will be my homework for tonight, and just like for my next cycle is getting more information about the theme of 2. But from what I have, like light and shadows and perspective, I was presented with situations that could possibly irritate me, and it did, but I paused for a second and I said, okay, well, what can we do to change it? Like, we don't have to stay here necessarily. Like, it was very mundane shit that usually like creep up on me and then like can like spoil my day, like the helicopter. I could have just stayed put and sat there and took it. Instead, I said, okay, well, let's move. With the realization I had in the room, I could have like dwelled on that, but I didn't. And like, it's just like, how do I not make this sound super vague? All I can say is that those things used to really get to me, and today I chose to not be irritated intentionally. Or there was a situation where I had to say my first thought, which was to remove myself because I didn't really want to be in that setting. There was nothing wrong with the setting. I just didn't want to be there. Instead of sitting there and taking it and trying to be polite, I said, I don't really want to be here right now. And I removed myself. And like, seem like small features, but we're talking to a people pleaser here, or a retired people pleaser, where I used to just sit there and take one for the team for the sake of taking it for the team. We're not doing that no more. So, today's perspective, lights and shadows. I think those kids, my notebook really got wet. No. That hella sucks. I don't even know how this happened. Ugh. That's annoying. I'll be thinking about that all day. Instead of getting irritated about the notebook, chalk it up to it's an accident. We're gonna move along. It was an accident, there's nothing I can do about that. Things used to irritate me and keep me in that irritation energy, used to have me in a chokehold. Now that irritation energy doesn't have such a strong grip on me anymore to where I can maneuver up out of it once I find myself in it. That is commendable for me, and I'm proud of myself because I was not able to do that at one point. The rest of I believed, and I honored the fuck out of myself today. I honored myself today, and I yield some favorable results. Or even like, for example, my vision board. Like, take that. I went with my first thought, my creative brain, and I just let that wander. There was no strategic planning with my vision board, whereas my last one, it was very strategic. Like, that motherfucker was hella detailed. I can no, I can't. I was gonna say I could put up a picture, but I'm not gonna go in and edit this hella detailed. But it was just hella detailed. One day I'll probably show it, but today it was just more so like, okay, well, if I had free range, what would I do? And I just was like, okay, we'll fold this here. We'll fold it like that. Whoa, do it like this, because that seems cool. Okay, we can do one of these. Okay, it was no pressure at all for what I was doing. And that is a first. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's the first time I've allowed myself to do that. And so definitely perspective change, lights and shadows. If I want to view that through that lens, definitely. And I honor myself and yield a favorable result because it looks damn good. And I just want to emphasize that I really did used to put a lot of pressure on myself when it came to being creative, because I thought it was, I wanted to look perfect, and I would knock myself out of my own creativity trying to be a perfectionist. So I did not do that today, and I still yielded a very beautiful result. 2 people came up and was like, "This looks cool." The librarian told me it looked rad, so shout out to her. So yes, like, looking at my drawing, we're gonna take a triangle of where I am today, and we're gonna put some consciousness to it tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm gonna continue to intentionally put myself where I want to be, intentionally put out the energy I want to emit, and intentionally watch my thoughts. The sirens went off as soon as I ended my sentence. That's cool. And yeah, today, yeah. So I'm gonna pull more information on 2 and what the themes of 2, because that one always kind of tripped me out. But I mean, you know, a Google search never hurt. More research never hurt. Anything else, Lamaya? No, I think that's all. Well, I think I'm gonna end my vlog here for today, because, like I said, I'm not really getting into much. I'm not really getting in. Lamaya, I'm not really getting into anything else for the night. I'm gonna end my night kind of early, read my book, be an old lady. So thank you for enjoying today with me. I enjoyed today with y'all. It was fun, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Oh, and one more thing before I go, for real. Today, I've been inspired from my vision board and letting myself I've been inspired to attempt to finish my painting that I started, that I stopped because of that same fear of, like, what if it doesn't turn out right? And I want it to be perfect, so I would just not do it. I look at it every day. It's in the video. It's on my wall. I look at it every day and I'm like, damn, I can't finish it because I don't want to fuck it up. But I'm gonna reframe that, and I can finish it just by allowing myself just to paint. So yeah. All right, good night, y'all.